Welcome to Episode 9 of our AI Audit exam prep series, the session on human workforce management, training, and awareness in an artificial intelligence environment. Today, we are focusing on the human element of technological adoption. You will learn how to prepare a corporate workforce for intelligent tools, manage the anxiety that accompanies change, and design effective educational pathways. Understanding this topic provides immense real-world utility for your daily professional life. As an auditor or business leader, you can use these frameworks to evaluate if an organization is truly prepared to deploy a new automated system. You will be able to pinpoint dangerous gaps in corporate change management and prevent costly employee pushback before a new, expensive system goes live. Let us start with the core anxiety surrounding new technology. When leadership announces an automation strategy, employees often fear that machines will completely replace their livelihoods. This skepticism can cause a workforce to reject a solution entirely. To ground this fear in reality, we must look at the data. A comprehensive 2023 study by the World Economic Forum analysed a massive dataset of 673 million global jobs. Employers expect artificial intelligence to disrupt 23% of jobs, which is about 83 million positions, by the year 2027. The disruption will hit certain industries harder than others. Sectors like supply chain, transportation, media, entertainment, and sports will see a higher than average impact. Conversely, industries like manufacturing, retail, and wholesale will experience a lower than average impact. However, disruption does not purely mean destruction. The same study projects the creation of 69 million entirely new jobs. Ultimately, this results in a net employment decrease of only 2%. Millions of workers will simply transition into new opportunities. To survive this shift, organizations must proactively manage their talent and equip their staff with updated skills. This brings us to talent management and job redesign. An organization must carefully calculate the net impact a new system will have on its people. Many governments provide formal guidance for this transition. For example, the Singaporean government outlines 4 crucial areas for job redesign that serve as an excellent global standard. The first area is transforming jobs. This means looking at every daily task and categorizing it. Can the task be completely automated? Can it be augmented by a machine assisting a human? Or must it remain strictly in human hands? Imagine a busy commercial kitchen. A machine might perfectly chop all the onions, which is automation. A tablet might calculate the exact ingredient ratios, which is augmentation. But the head chef must still taste the final dish for quality, which remains a human task. The second area is charting clear pathways between jobs. Once jobs change, you need a map showing how an employee transitions to a new role. This requires standardizing artificial intelligence tasks across different job types. Think of standardizing the control panels on different heavy vehicles. If the controls are the same, a worker can easily transition from driving a forklift to operating a backhoe. The third area is clearing barriers to digital transformation. You must actively remove roadblocks that make learning difficult and heavily support your employees during the technical rollout. The fourth area is enabling effective communication. Employers and employees must build a shared understanding of why and how human capabilities are being augmented. It is like a ship captain explaining the destination to the crew so everyone rows confidently in the same direction. Crucially, human resources professionals and training specialists must be involved from the very beginning. Furthermore, you must consult the process owners. Process owners are the everyday managers and frontline employees who actually perform the physical work. If you do not ask them for input, you will miss vital opportunities for efficiency and ignore hidden workforce concerns. Next, we must look at how to build specific skills and competencies while defeating negative perceptions. Before teaching an employee which buttons to push, you must systematically address 6 common fears. Number 1 is a lack of awareness regarding how the technology actually helps. The solution is direct education focused on how the tool enhances their daily life and elevates their specific role. Number 2 is a general resistance to change. To combat this, you should appoint innovation champions, sometimes called power users. These are early adopters within the team who possess foundational digital literacy. They quietly advocate for the new tool and help skeptical co-workers, which takes immense pressure off the official training department. Number 3 is the fear that training will disrupt normal business operations. The fix is to use phased rollouts and small batch training sessions that keep the daily business running as usual. Number 4 involves poor training design and varying learning capacities among staff. You solve this by ensuring learning materials are highly accessible and target precise, specific tasks, rather than handing out overwhelming theoretical manuals. Number 5 is uncertainty about what happens after the training is over. If a job is fundamentally changed, management must review remuneration, meaning pay scales and performance metrics, to match the new responsibilities. And number 6 is the perception that job redesign simply equates to doing more work. Continuous, transparent communication before, during, and after the rollout is the only way to secure genuine employee buy-in. So, what exactly should the core training curriculum cover? There are 4 main categories of knowledge every employee needs before using a new intelligence system. First, they need to thoroughly understand acceptable use policies. This is the corporate rulebook. Just like a company car has strict rules about who can drive it and for what purpose, employees must know exactly what they are permitted to do with company technology. Second, they need the fundamentals. This means knowing the basic vocabulary so they are not intimidated by high-level jargon. Third is ethical awareness. Staff must grasp foundational concepts like explainability and bias. Bias means the machine might unfairly favor one demographic group over another based on flawed data. Explainability means you can understand the exact logic of how the machine made its decision. Think of a bank loan officer. Bias would be unfairly denying a loan based on an applicant's neighborhood. Explainability is the ability to produce the exact mathematical formula showing why the loan was approved or denied based on income. Finally, we have solution-specific considerations. This is the hands-on training for the exact software platform they will use. For instance, if they are using a generative text tool to draft marketing copy, they need precise training on how to write effective text prompts to get the best possible output from that specific system. Let us briefly review our core takeaways. Successfully adopting new intelligence systems requires an extreme focus on human resources and talent management. You must understand the real data regarding job disruption and proactively manage fears by mapping out clear career transitions. By using small batch training, updating compensation metrics, and deploying peer champions, you can turn skepticism into powerful advocacy. Finally, ensure your team is comprehensively trained on acceptable use, basic vocabulary, ethical pitfalls like bias, and the specific rules of the road for your unique company tools. To lock in this knowledge, remember that all the critical topics and concepts from this session are covered in the multiple choice questions on rucloud.com. You should ideally solve the chapter-wise questions to heavily reinforce your learning before moving on to our next session. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.